Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Conduits. I'm glad you guys are here. It's a Divine Masculine reading today. So we're going to find out what's going on with our Divine Masculine. If you guys are here, it's because you guys are on a twin flame journey. You have found yourself on a twin flame journey. Whatever stage of this journey you're at, I know there's something special within you, or you would not be going through this journey. This is your ascension. Ooh. And Two of Swords for anyone who might be interested in what card that was. Sometimes when they fly out of the deck like that, it means something. So that may mean something to you guys. But there is something special and incredible about you, or you wouldn't be on this journey, which means that you are exactly where you're meant to be, regardless of whether you're in a place of feeling like you're suffering or if you've kind of made it through all of that and you're on the other side and you're feeling much, much better and in more of a state of, I wouldn't call it constant bliss, because it's kind of like this, like two frequencies, right? Like you start tapping into something beyond yourself. And so there's this like, it's kind of like, it really does feel like it's like you've got two frequencies, right? So you got like your typical body mind experiences and reactions that you're going through, but there's something that you've tapped into that's much, much deeper. And it is that witness, the truth of who you are, the soul that's observing everything, that is in a constant state of bliss. Okay, you are peace and love at the core. And so when you tap into that, you feel that even when your mind and your body are experiencing, things from ego or fear. The more you tap into that, the more that the ego and the fear kind of subsides, and then you start tapping into that frequency most of the time. So I wouldn't say it's a constant state of bliss. Do I think we get there? Yeah, absolutely. But that takes time. That's more like, I think, where the ascended masters are, and we are on that journey toward that. Okay. That's why you're on this twin flame journey. You're becoming an ascended master. You're going through the ascension process. You have been initiated into this by the higher powers that have seen you and know that it is your time. It is your time. This only happens in the divine timing that it was meant to. If you guys have not already, please like and subscribe. It really helps our channel out a lot. And hit the notification bell if you would like to continue to keep getting our videos. But back to what I was saying. You've been initiated by the only one that can actually initiate you into this, which is God, Source. Okay? You don't get initiated into this process by anything or anyone other than God. Some people call it source. Some people call it universe. Me, I think I prefer the word God, but not everybody likes the word God, and I completely understand why they don't like the word God. But whatever it is, it's all the same thing, right? We're talking about the Creator, the one that gifted all of this to the rest of us, right? We were created in the Creator's image to be creators ourselves. And we will do the same for others someday. Ooh, sorry, I bumped the camera there. I'll have to check that and make sure it didn't mess anything up. But your divine masculine runs from you for a reason, okay? It's not to torture you. It's not to make you miserable. Sometimes that is part of the process. But later on, you'll understand that it doesn't have to be. But they run from you for a reason. And typically, I mean, there are twins that meet and there really isn't much of a runner chaser phase. There's a lot of reasons behind that, but it's really about like where you're at, what you have to let go of, and what you have to align with that creates that resistance, which creates suffering. So your divine masculine runs from you in order to get you to focus on what's truly important, which is your spiritual development. Okay? So the more you embrace your spiritual development, the less painful this journey becomes. At the bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Wands in reverse. So with Queen of Wands in reverse, oh, let me get you guys your number. Oops, well, we'll just leave that because we dropped it. So 3 and 4, 43, 34, and 7. So whatever those combinations of numbers are, if they mean anything to you, there you go. That's your numerology for the day. All right, with Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck, we have an overall feeling of kind of like giving up, like just kind of like a why even try? What's the reason? What's the purpose? I'm so sick of putting all my energy out and not reaping any rewards from it. There is just no point in continuing to try. So that is the overall energy reading for your divine masculine in this reading. So there's going to be this kind of infused with everything. Excuse me. I think that incense made me sneeze. All right. So in recent past, your divine masculine has 9 of Wands at the center. And with 9 of Wands, we have a lesson that is being taught to divine masculine here about boundaries, keeping and maintaining proper boundaries, not allowing ourselves to just indulge in whatever we feel like, but instead putting like a conscious effort into knowing where the cravings are coming from, right? So, you know, we could apply that to just about anything, food, relationships, you know, the need to go out and like do different things, collecting money or spending money. Like, why is it that we do the things that we do? Oftentimes we do things just because, like, you've probably heard people say, well, this is just the way I am, like it or don't like it, right? But the thing is, we can choose who we want to be if we understand that we have a choice in things. And so if we start to observe, you know, why we're doing the things that we're doing, and then we set boundaries for ourselves, which means we set a trajectory toward a particular goal, and then we have boundaries, like we're not going to go outside of that. You know, if it doesn't serve the purpose of helping me reach this goal, then I'm not going to go outside of that. But then we also have to question, like, what is the goal and why do we have the goal? So self-awareness is a big part of this journey. And divine masculine is also on the same journey as you, even though life circumstances might look extraordinarily different between the two of you. Keeping and maintaining boundaries for themselves, as well as keeping and maintaining boundaries for others, like not letting other people influence them too much, not having people pleaser tendencies, not being swayed to and fro with the emotions and the egos of others, and just, you know, really staying true to self. Those are lessons that are being taught right now to your divine masculine, and they're an important part of the ascension process. So in the karmic situation in recent past, they may have started out with a pretty great relationship with a significant other. But over time, the relationship kind of started to degrade into something that was kind of a shadow of what it formerly was. They do not feel connected the way that they used to. And this has either resulted in a breakup or a divorce, or is like on its way to becoming a breakup or divorce. The energy behind this is kind of one that's a little bit sad and maybe kind of sorrowful for Divine Masculine, because I believe that they did actually very much care for this person and still do. But there is a time and a season for everything and everyone, right? Everything, the only constant in this world is change. And so when we outgrow something or when it's time to move on, it can be a very sad period of time, but it can also be an extraordinarily exciting one, because when a door closes, a door opens, right? All endings are actually beginnings. So Divine Masculine has been sad about this, yet at the same time, they also feel like it's just a necessary part of this. Like they recognize that like all the signs are there and it's just not what it once was. And so it might be somewhat of an amicable departure from this relationship. A period of mourning will need to be had for Divine Masculine. About, regarding this particular relationship. If it's already ended, they need some space and some time to process it all and to put the pieces of the puzzles back together. If they're in the midst of going through this, they need space to be able to handle it, because breakups like this are never easy. They're always difficult. There could be, even though there's like this energy of it being somewhat amicable, there still could be a lot of like contention going on. Like if there's children involved and things like that, a lot of fear could be causing both parties to act in a very defensive way, which is a difficult situation for people to be a part of and to navigate their way through. So Divine Masculine needs some time and some patience and some time some time for healing. Toward you, Divine Feminine. Toward you, they might feel like a little bit like opposites attract. There's something about you that is very different than anything that Divine Masculine's ever encountered before. But for some reason, they're not exactly sure whether or not they can trust the situation. There's something about them where they feel like they need to keep their emotions close to their chest. They're definitely coming at this from a place of fear, whereas you are not coming at it from a place of fear. You have fear, okay? You do. You have fear. But your fear is not motivated by the same reasons or the same cause that Divine Masculine's is. Yours is more to lean into it, and theirs is more to run away from it. You can kind of see that in these cards right here. Your energy is very dependable and reliable, whereas theirs is kind of like, I'm not quite sure if I can let you this close to me right now. I need to protect myself. And that is absolutely a transference of energy from this situation that is being projected onto the situation with you. They don't feel ready for the kind of connection that they feel with you. Flat out. They just don't feel ready for that. It kind of just scares the crap out of them. So be patient with your Divine Masculine. I can tell already, they've got some things that they really need to, they've got some things that they really need to just sort of work through and figure out. So in the current situation with your Divine Masculine, we have Three of Pentacles. With Three of Pentacles, your Divine Masculine doesn't feel that they have the support system around them that they need. They absolutely need to try, they feel this strong desire to find someone that can help them work out all of the issues that they have going on with this situation that's like ending, and like all of the emotional baggage that has created for them. But they also want someone to kind of help them decipher and figure out what's been going on in this connection with you. So they're reaching out to friends and family. They're talking about all this stuff with other people. But the advice that they're being given from these other people, they're not finding it to be a benefit. And the reason why is that these people have never gone through anything like what your divine masculine is going through. And so they can't understand it. They can't relate. And so they're like grasping at old experiences and trying to like apply them. And it's really falling short with divine masculine. It's making them actually feel very alone and just lonely on this journey. They don't feel like they can find anyone that will understand what they're going through. In a lot of ways, it's very similar to what you've experienced, divine feminine. They absolutely feel alone in this journey right now. They know that something is up. They know that something crazy is going on ever since they met you. But they don't know. They can't like make sense of it. They don't know what it is. It's an absolute mystery to them that they can't stop thinking about. They're obsessively thinking about you, divine feminine. So, currently in the karmic situation, the cards are not looking good. They have still this is where I think this energy right here is kicking in. It's just a feeling of apathy. Like, why try? What's the point? Nobody seems to understand or get me anyway. I don't even know why I'm putting in so much effort. I keep trying to talk to different people and nobody gets it. This relationship that was once good just has fallen apart and they're suffering as a result of it and they don't want to be suffering anymore. We have the Fool in reverse and Six of Swords in reverse. So they definitely feel stagnant, unable to move on. Things are not working out the way that they want. They do not feel prepared for life right now. It's a pretty severe form of depression is what it looks like. They can't think clearly and they're grasping at straws, hoping that somebody will give them some direction. The thing is it's the same thing for divine masculine as it is for you. The reason why they can't find the answers outside of themselves is because they need to go within and find the answers within themselves. And so all things outside of them are going to seem somehow, they're going to fall short. They're going to fall short. Because the truth is divine masculine is definitely experiencing obsessive thinking with you. And they're like, does it have something to do with the fact that this just fell apart? Can I actually trust this situation with divine feminine? You know, am I only feeling this way because I'm upset about this situation? Or is this situation making me feel like I can't trust and move into this situation? They got a lot of crap going on in their head that they just can't make sense of right now, which is why they need time to heal. This is probably why there's some kind of separation between the two of you. Even if it's back and forth separation, it's because divine masculine has some pretty serious stuff that they need to get in order before they're going to be able and ready or prepared to have any kind of true connection with anybody. Now, toward you, divine feminine, in current situation, they have a total feeling of despair. They really want to reach out to you. That energy is very strong in these cards. They just feel like they're in such a low point right now. They're afraid to. They are afraid to have you see them like that. They're afraid they're going to say or do the wrong thing. Fear is literally ruling over divine masculine's world right now. And it's so strong that it's making them feel paralyzed, right? That's what I keep seeing that throughout this reading. just a feeling of like, well, what's the point? Why try? They don't even want to get out of the bed in the morning. Just getting to work right now is extraordinarily difficult. Doing the day-to-day tasks. Their house is probably even a mess right now because they just don't even have the energy to get up and do something about it. And they cannot stop thinking about you. They think really positive things. They think so highly of you, Divine Feminine. In many ways, they feel like they're the ones who screwed things up. Even if you think you're the one that did, or they think they're thinking that it was them. Okay. Really, it wasn't either one of you. It's just the way that things were supposed to be. That's the way it was supposed to happen for you guys. But Divine Masculine blames themselves for sure. They're stuck in that energy. This, again, is all a result of the fact that they have got to put some of these pieces together. Now, once this fog lifts for your Divine Masculine, everything's going to start to make sense. And they're going to realize that all these things happened for a divine reason and purpose. Because they're going to kind of wake up to this whole thing themselves. But right now, that energy is very, very low for our Divine Masculines. So we do have some stuff in the description box below that you guys can check out if you're looking for any kind of coaching. You can find information there. We have one-on-ones. We have really amazing group calls. They're just phenomenal, you guys. The people that are in there are so intelligent, so wise, so cool. They're all on this journey together, and they're such a great support for each other. So check out the-conduits.com and see if there's something in there that will benefit you. We would love to have the opportunity to work with you. So in the near future, we have 7 of Wands. With 7 of Wands, we have your Divine Masculine is going to still be in an energy of self-protection. However, it's going to be coming more from that place of, I need to set proper boundaries for myself. I need to do the work that I need to do in order to feel better. They're starting to grasp at this point that part of the reason why they've been feeling so depressed is because they haven't really liked themselves. They've had a lot of negative self-talk. And so now they're putting boundaries up to that. They're watching what they're saying. They're watching what they're thinking. They're looking at the filters. They're starting to recognize that they actually can change their circumstances by changing the thoughts that they have about the circumstances around them. This is creating a great big change in their karmic situation. This is where things start to turn for Divine Masculine. They're going to move out of this depressive stuff and into a place of more like self-empowerment. So self-protection doesn't mean that they're, guarded in the sense of like this energy over here, like stay away from me, you might hurt me. It's more of like a, no matter what happens, I got this. I can do hard things. I can navigate my way through this. This is a good place for Divine Masculine to be. This is a reflection of what's going on with you, Divine Feminine. So in the karmic situation, they're done with this energy right here. Okay, this is like nightmarish perspectives, anxiety, and depression. The High Priestess in reverse is clouded insight, blocked intuition. This right here, these 2 cards in this karmic situation that your Divine Masculine has been dealing with embodies the entire reading right here in a nutshell. The life that they thought that they were creating with this person, who they truly did care about, fell apart. It didn't happen the way that they wanted it to. This was an absolute blast to Divine Masculine's ego. And it has completely rerouted and changed their entire perspective on life. But that was the purpose of it. That was what it was meant for. You could say that this karmic person that was placed in your Divine Masculine's life was placed there for that reason, to kind of help them, and probably them in reverse, to break through a lot of these old family cycles, these ancestral cycles that don't serve either one of them well. They needed to go through this process and probably had at some point in time some kind of a contract with each other in order to fulfill, whatever whatever was needed in order to be able to grow and expand beyond what had been passed down to them through their family lineages. So this is all kind of like coming to a close at this point. Divine Masculine stepping into their power, they're learning the lessons that they need, and this is what they're putting behind them, okay? This is what you can expect to see from your Divine Masculine in the near future. So if they're in this energy right now, just know that that is temporary. They will be exiting that whole experience and dynamic very, very soon. This is going to set Divine Masculine up for a successful union with you, Divine Feminine. You and Divine Masculine are already in union, right? Because you guys are one at the core. But that 3D union that people talk about, where the two bodies are not polarized anymore, all of this experience is balancing Divine Masculine out, just like all of your experiences are balancing you out. When the energies within us are balanced out, things externally are balanced as well. And the two bodies, one soul, the two bodies are then no longer polarized. And that's when, you experience union at a different level in the 3D world. There is no more running and chasing. There's an absolute respect and allowance for the relationship to be what it is. Okay, this is a connection. This is an expansion. This is a spiritual process between two people. And this is just an acceptance of what is, like a total trust in the universe that this relationship is always and has always been, will always be, and is currently exactly where it's meant to be. It's all part of the revelation. And it's all being divinely orchestrated by the beautiful soul that you are and God's source. So trust the journey, you guys. Trust that journey. Let's see here. Well, since we're talking about journeys, let's just use our soul's journey here. Go with this one. I like this deck too. Hopefully you guys like this reading today. Again, if you did, please like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. And again, please go to the-conduits.com and check out the different options, different packages, different coaching systems that we have available. We love you guys so much and really look forward to the opportunity to connecting with all of you. We have an awesome network of people here that are all willing and able to help you wherever you're at, whether you're a new student to the journey or you're an advanced student. We have it all. So let's see. Abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. This is absolutely the truth. All right. Always remember that you are God. And God is all about creation. God says yes, the ego says no. In order to have abundance in all areas of your life, you must create the space of receiving and know that you are deserving of anything your heart desires. The more you can release limited thinking and worry, the more open you are to receiving the infinite flow of the universe. Allow yourself to have fun when manifesting what you want in life and enjoy the process. By embracing a positive mindset, you are opening the door to unexpected abundance. It is natural to have abundance in your life, and you must realize that any thoughts of limitedness may have come from either a past life or a life condition you have chosen to overcome. That's exactly what we were talking about in this reading. They could also originate from programming that you received from the environment that you grew up in and the value systems you were taught when you were young. Again, we talked about this, letting go of these ancestral ties and limiting beliefs that were passed on to us. Now is the time to begin to live with the realization that you are worthy of having abundance in every aspect of your life. When you are in the vibration of receiving, you can manifest whatever your desire in this physical reality is. So I think this is a perfect card for this reading today. I think this applies absolutely 100% to both your divine masculine and to you, divine feminine. This is the point of the twin flame journey, is to wake up to this, that you already are abundance, that there is nothing that you need to seek. There's nothing that you need because you already have everything. Need nothing and you can have everything. That sounds like a paradox. It is. When you need nothing, you literally have everything. And the reason why is because you realize that there is nothing to need. There is no such thing as need. It's already available to you. You just have to tune into that frequency. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.